Here in Arizona, the Colorado River is about 20% smaller than it was just 20 years ago.
Here in Germany, the Rhine River, which carries goods to most of Europe, has reached 5 feet below normal levels.
And here in China, the Yangtze River is now so dry, factories have been shut down and shipping is slowed.
And experts here say they've never seen it this bad,
and it's likely to get worse.
Record-setting drought, forever changing nature's landscape.
This is China's largest freshwater lake. It's normally 1,400 square miles, but drought has shrunken it to just a tenth of what it should be.
I'm standing on Lake Powell. This is the nation's second largest reservoir. And just to give you a scope of the crisis, you go back 2 years ago, and where I'm standing right here, I'd be about 70 feet underwater.
This pagoda is usually surrounded by water. Now, the lake is gone, leaving this completely visible.
Just last year, this rock formation would have been completely surrounded by water, and now you can walk right up to it.
And in Germany, the drought uncovered so-called hunger stones. The oldest one from 1616 reads, "If you see me, weep."
And here in the United States, a solution seems ever so distant as states battle over conservation rights.
What has to change for this to get better?
We all need to conserve more. Every industry, every person, every city in this basin has to learn to do more with less.
Heavenly Father, please help us. Please help us to be safe. I'm thankful for Jeremy and his willingness to be brave.
It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
Check this out, everybody. 5:50 in the morning on a Friday. Look at this sky. Pretty interesting.
A large amount of rainfall has caused severe flooding in different parts of the Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, and Belgium, which has forced the activation of red alerts this summer.
I'm at an all-time
It was raining fish for a few minutes in Texarkana this afternoon. It happened around 4:30 p.m., according to an employee who works for the Ormax dealership on Summer Hill Road. He says he and his coworker Brad heard loud noises and looked outside, only to see fish falling from the sky.
There was a loud crack of thunder, and we opened up the bay door, and I looked outside. It was raining real hard, and a fish hit the ground. And I said, "It's raining fish." And Brad was like, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "No, it really is." And fish were dropping here and everywhere.
Raining fish is believed to be the result of a rare weather event. When a water spout moves over water, sucks up small creatures like fish and frogs, and carries them along until the water spout loses steam.
Okay, here's what's happening in China, June 20th. That's today. For those who say I'm lying,
along some waterways, including the Gajang,
spreading lies. I'm going by what I see on my TV, okay? You don't like my apples, don't shake my tree. My content is interesting content.
Superfloods are ravaging Pakistan and sweeping away the homes of millions. 1 in 6 Pakistanis, or 30 million, are impacted by unprecedented monsoon floods in the south and north of the country. The floods have killed more than 900 people, and Sherry Rahman, the country's climate change minister, called the situation a climate-induced humanitarian disaster of epic proportions. This summer, the southern provinces of Sindh and Balochistan experienced 5 times the rain they usually do. And rain in the mountainous north is causing flash floods in glacial rivers, sweeping away homes, hotels, and bridges. Climate scientists say Pakistan's southern, central, and northern regions, home to more than 160 million, are the world's most vulnerable to extreme weather and climate change.
Millions of Europeans, the summer of 2022 has been sweltering. A dry spring and hotter than usual temperatures have left several European countries in the grip of drought. Extreme heat waves and forest fires have plagued France, Italy, Spain, and Portugal for weeks. The UK has recorded temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius for the first time. And rivers on the continent are drying up. In the Netherlands and Germany, the river Rhine has dropped so low that houseboats have become stranded and commercial ships can't carry full loads anymore.
The 40 million Americans who rely on the Colorado River are facing the prospect of their water running dry. And tonight, farmers are worried about their livelihoods for good reason. Arcana Whitworth traveled to the southern part of the river in Arizona, where Native Americans are now trying to help their neighbors and save the river they love.
The Colorado River, known as the hardest working river in the West, passing through 11 different national parks and monuments, touching 7 states. The water is crucial to cities and agriculture alike, pumping $1.4 trillion into the economy each year. And it's disappearing fast.
Clearly that the Euphrates River is extremely drying up. The Euphrates River is the longest and the most important river in the Middle East. Originating in Turkey, the Euphrates flows through Syria and Iraq to join the Tigris in the Shatt al-Arab, which empties into the Persian Gulf. Since the last 2 decades, the Euphrates is continuously drying up. Strangled by the water policies of Iraq's neighbors, Turkey and Syria, 3-year severe drought, and years of misuse by Iraq and its farmers, the river is significantly smaller than it was just a few years ago. Some officials worry that it could soon be a country with no river. The shrinking of the Euphrates, a river so crucial to the birth of civilization that the Book of Revelation prophesied its drying up as a sign of the end times, has decimated farms along its banks, has left fishermen impoverished, and has depleted riverside towns as farmers flee to the cities looking for work. Though it once was susceptible to regional flooding, numerous dams have been built along the Euphrates in the past 50 years which now regulate its water flow. The drying up of Euphrates, Syria's longest river, is raising concerns as the demise of the water body could lead to a humanitarian disaster in the country.
Look at this massive sinkhole. It's one of many that can be found in Konya, Turkey. The region is dealing with the sinkhole epidemic. There are currently over 2,000 of them. This is due to several geological factors, an increase in people using groundwater for irrigation, and a drought. Although they're fascinating to look at, their presence has locals fearful. Professor Fatullah Adik, head of the Sinkhole Research Center, says a mixture of an increase in water demand, plants that consume lots of water, and a lack of rain is causing this phenomenon to get worse. Some of the sinkholes are so massive that they have revealed man-made caves and traces of life from thousands of years ago. But they're still considered a climate disaster.